Hello everyone, this is Kiran Kumar, an educator in chemistry, New Vision Institutions. And today we are going to discuss about hydrocarbon groups. That is, when we remove hydrogen atom from hydrocarbon molecule, the leftover group is called hydrocarbon group. In the previous section, we have discussed about the hydrocarbon groups of alkanes. Means when you remove hydrogen from alkane, we get generally alkyl group. Alkyl group is left over when hydrogen atom is removed from alkane molecule, where alkanes, alkenes and alkynes, these three are together called hydrocarbons. What are these? Hydrocarbons. So alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons, alkenes and alkynes are together called unsaturated hydrocarbons. So when you remove hydrogen atom from the molecule of alkane, we get alkyl group. And when hydrogen is removed from alkene molecule, we get alkenyl group. And when hydrogen is removed from alkyne molecule, we get alkynyl group. For example, if you take alkane, alkane general formula is what? CN H2n plus 2. CN H2n plus 2. That is, if N is number of carbon atoms, double the number of carbons plus 2 will give hydrogen number. So the carbon and hydrogen elements only present in these compounds. So they are called hydrocarbons. Alkanes are hydrocarbons as they contain only carbon and hydrogen. So when you remove hydrogen atom from this, what is the number of hydrogen atoms here? 2n plus 2 is number of hydrogens. N is what? Number of carbon atoms. Now from 2n plus 2 hydrogen atoms, one hydrogen is removed. Carbon atoms are remaining same, whereas hydrogen is removed. One hydrogen is removed. Then what should be the alkyl group? General formula CN H2n plus 1. From CN H2n plus 2, one hydrogen atom is removed to give CN H2n plus 1, which is called alkyl group. For example, if you take pentane, from pentane molecule, if you remove one hydrogen, we get pentyl group. So pentyl is here called alkyl group. Pentyl group is called alkyl group. In this way, when you remove hydrogen atom from the molecule of alkane, we get alkyl group. In the same way, if we take alkene, for example, ethene. So ethene minus one hydrogen. Ethene molecule, from this if we remove one hydrogen atom, we get ethenyl. So ethenyl group is obtained by removal of hydrogen from ethene molecule. Okay, in the same way here, if you take ethenyl, ethene formula is what? CH2 double bond CH2, that is C2H4 is the formula of ethene, and the structure is CH2 double bond CH2. From this, if you remove one hydrogen atom, from this, we get CH2 double bond CH free bond. One hydrogen is removed from this carbon, suppose. Then here the free bond is left over. So now this group is called commonly vinyl group. What we say here? Vinyl group. So this type of ethenyl group is called vinyl group here. Ethene minus one hydrogen gives ethenyl. This ethenyl group is also called vinyl group. Ethenyl is IUPAC name, and vinyl is what? Common name. So generally vinyl is used in what here? Organic chemistry. So the CH2 double bond CH bond is called vinyl group. Remember, this vinyl group is an example of alkenyl group, because alkene minus one hydrogen giving what? Alkenyl. So alkene minus one hydrogen gives alkenyl, and alkyne minus one hydrogen gives alkynyl. So about this type of hydrocarbon groups we are going to discuss today. So hydrocarbon groups are the groups obtained by the removal of hydrogen atom from the hydrocarbons. Suppose we take example of alkenyl group. So in the case of alkenyl, okay, how we get alkenyl group here? By the removal of hydrogen from which molecule? Alkene molecule. From alkene, when we remove hydrogen, we get alkenyl. Just a moment. Yeah. So how alkenyl group is obtained, you see here. If one hydrogen atom is removed from alkene, okay, molecule, we get alkenyl group here. For example, you check it. For example, alkene, we have taken ethene here. Ethene formula is what? CH2 double bond, CH2. From ethene molecule, one hydrogen is removed. Minus H indicates what here? Removal of hydrogen. To give CH2 double bond, CH. This group is called ethenyl group, that is alkenyl group, and it is IUPAC name. Common name is vinyl. Okay. Next thing is that CH2 double bond CH bond CH3 we have taken. Here it is carbon atom 1. After carbon atom 1, double bond is there. 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms totally. After first carbon, what is there? Double bond is there. So it is called propene. Propene. From propene molecule, one hydrogen atom is removed to get propenyl. Propenyl. So after the removal of one hydrogen from this carbon, imagine from this carbon, one hydrogen is removed here from this carbon. After removal of one hydrogen, the CH3 became what? CH2. Okay. Now this removal of hydrogen left over with what? One bond here, free bond. One free bond is formed on this carbon. Now this free bonded carbon should be given first position, remember. So it should be first carbon, no, it should be second carbon. It should be second carbon, and it is third carbon. So totally how many carbons in this now? 3 carbons there here. So after first carbon, there is single bond. After second carbon, there is double bond. So we have to say 2-ene. After second carbon, double bond is there now here. So we have to say 2-ene. So prop 2-enyl. Otherwise 2-propenyl. Here ene indicates what here? Double bond. Double bond is located after which carbon? Second carbon. So we have to say 2-propenyl. Total number of carbons, how many are there here? 3 carbons. So we have to say prop. So 2-propenyl. This 2-propenyl group, okay, 2-propenyl is IUPAC name of this group, whereas its common name is allyl. So allyl group is common name, and propenyl is IUPAC name. Where ethenyl is IUPAC name, common name is vinyl. Okay, now in this case, this atom 1, carbon atom 1, which is attached to double bonded carbon, is called allyl carbon. The carbon atom, the single bonded carbon atom, which is attached directly to double bonded carbon, is called allyl carbon. And this double bonded carbon is called vinyl carbon. This carbon is vinyl. To this vinyl carbon, whatever is directly attached to single bonded carbon is called what? Allyl carbon. So this allyl carbon is having 4 single bonds around it. 2 single bonds with hydrogen atoms, 1 single bond left side, 1 single bond right side. Totally 4 single bonds are there. So 4 single bonds around the carbon gives which type of hybridization around the carbon? sp3 hybridization. So this atom 1, carbon atom 1 is sp3 hybridized, and double bonded carbon is, second carbon is sp2 hybridized, and third carbon, that is CH2, double bonded CH2 is also sp2 carbon. So 2 sp2 carbons are there here, 1 sp3 carbon is there. So the sp3 carbon, which is attached directly to sp2 carbon, is called allyl carbon, generally we say. So it is allyl carbon, and the group is called allyl group. The allyl carbon bears what? The free bond here. The free bond is present on allyl carbon. So it is called allyl group commonly. And here the free bond is present on double bonded vinyl carbon. The double bonded carbon is called vinyl carbon. As the vinyl carbon has the free bond on it, it is called vinyl in common system. Okay, so ethenyl is IUPAC name, vinyl is common name, propenyl is IUPAC name, allyl is common name. So in this way we have to say second carbon has double bond, not the first carbon. First carbon has single bond, second carbon has double bond. So IUPAC name is 2-propenyl. Next thing, here if you take another example, CH3 bond, CH double bond, CH2. Here numbering how to give in this molecule. So it is first carbon, it is first carbon, it is second carbon, it is third carbon. So after first carbon, double bond is there here. Okay, so after first carbon, double bond is there. Now from this carbon only, we are removing one hydrogen. From this double bonded CH2, one hydrogen is removed. Minus H indicates removal of hydrogen. To give CH3 bond, CH double bond, CH. So from CH2, we have removed one hydrogen, right? So we got CH. So double bonded CH bond we got. So in this case now, numbering again, we have to start from free bonded carbon. Here also we started number 1 for free bonded carbon. Wherever free bond is available, that carbon is what? To be given number 1 position. So here also it is first carbon now. It is first carbon, it is second carbon, third carbon. So after first carbon, what is there? Double bond is there. After first carbon only, double bond is present here. That's why here it is called now 1-propenyl. 1-propenyl. It is 2-propenyl. These two molecules are same in these two reactions. Here it is propene. It is also propene. In this case, we have removed electron from single bonded CH3. In this case, we have taken electron from double bonded CH2. That is the difference. So here, the first carbon has free bond. After first carbon only, double bond is there. So we have to say this one, 1-propenyl. So 1-propenyl is this one, and it is 2-propenyl. And this group is ethyl, ethynyl or vinyl group it is. So it is about alkenyl. Next group is what? Alkynyl. Alkynyl. So alkyne minus one hydrogen atom gives alkynyl. If one hydrogen atom is removed from alkyne molecule, we get alkynyl group. For example, CH triple bond CH we have taken. Here when you are removing hydrogen, what we have to do? From alkyne, what should be removed? E should be removed here. This E should be removed. In the place of E, we have to add what? YL. Here minus E means remove E. After that, what we have to add? YL. So it becomes what? Alkyne becomes what? Alkynyl. So in place of E, what we have got? We have got E. E place in the place of E, what we got? YL. So alkyne became alkynyl. So here it is having two carbons. Two carbons indicates what? Eth. Between two carbons, which bond is there? Triple bond. So it is what? Ethine. What is the IUPAC name of this molecule? Ethine. Or common name is acetylene. Common name is acetylene and IUPAC name is ethine. From ethine molecule, from alkyne molecule, one hydrogen is removed here. Then we got CH triple bond, C bond. So from this carbon, we have removed what? Hydrogen. Then we got free bond on this carbon here. So this group is called what now? Ethynyl. Ethynyl. Or we can also say acetyl. Acetyl, otherwise ethynyl. So ethynyl group, this for you. Next example, here you see CH triple bond, C single bond, CH3. Here the first position should be given to this carbon. So it is first carbon, it is second carbon, it is third carbon. So after first carbon, what is there? Triple bond is there. So it is called prop 1-ine. Prop 3 carbons. Prop 1-ine. Okay. Now in this case, we are removing hydrogen from this molecule. So there is possibility to remove from CH, one hydrogen can be removed. From CH3 also, one hydrogen can be removed. Anyhow, this carbon already has 4 bonds around it, 3 bonds and 1 bond. Totally 4 bonds already there. So there is no hydrogen here. Here 3 hydrogens on the CH3 carbon and triple bonded CH has 1 hydrogen to be removed. In first example, we have taken off this electron. We have taken off this hydrogen from triple bonded carbon. Then we have got CH3 bond C, triple bond C bond. Okay, so now here free bonded carbon should be allotted first position, I told now. So it is first carbon now. First carbon is free bonded carbon. So after first carbon, there is triple bond here. After second carbon, there is single bond. After first carbon, triple bond. After second carbon, single bond here. So it is called 1-propenyl. 1-propenyl. What is this called? 1-propenyl. Why it is 1-propenyl? After first carbon, triple bond is there. Triple bond is nothing but Y and ine. So 1-propynyl is the name given to this group. This is alkynyl group. IUPAC name is 1-propynyl group. And here from the same molecule, from this molecule only we have taken this one. In this case now here CH triple bond C single bond CH3 is there. Now we are removing hydrogen from this CH3. From this CH3 group we are removing one hydrogen. When you remove one hydrogen from this CH3, it is CH2 now. It became what? CH2 bond. So CH triple bond C single bond CH2 bond. The free bonded carbon should be allotted what? First position always. It is first carbon. After first carbon there is single bond, you see. After second carbon triple bond is there. So 2 ion or 1 ion, what should be taken here? 2 ion should be taken. That's why it is 2-propynyl. 2-propynyl. Got it? Or we can say prop 2-inyl. Prop 2-inyl. Otherwise 2-propynyl. It is IUPAC name and its common name is propargyl. Propargyl group. Propargyl group or 2-propynyl group. Anyone is same. It is in common name system. It is IUPAC name system. So like this, from propyne molecule, hydrogen can be removed from triple bonded carbon or single bonded carbon to give different types of alkynyl groups. That means what we have to understand is that from the same molecule, from the same alkyne molecule, the alkynyl groups coming may not be same. The alkynyl groups obtained from same molecule of alkyne may or may not be same. This point we have to keep in mind. And next thing what we have to understand is that isoalkyl group. I told you that there are different types of hydrocarbon groups. In that, one of the hydrocarbon groups are what? Isoalkyl groups. Isoalkyl groups. When we say isoalkyl groups, we'll check it. Suppose you take this example. In this case now here, how to read this CH3 bond? CH3 bond CH2 free bond. How to read from left side? CH3 bond CH3 bond CH2 bond. So here also what we have to give, which one to be given number one position? This CH2 free bonded carbon should be given first position. And this carbon is what now here? Second carbon. It is what? Second carbon. And it is what now? Third carbon. So 3 carbons totally. So in the longest chain, how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3 carbons there totally. In this group now, on the second carbon, what is there? Methyl group is there. On the second carbon, what is there? Methyl group is attached. That keep in mind. And here the CH2 bond, free bond is there. So for any alkyl group to be called as iso, we have to check the condition that one end of the structure there should be CH2 bond. There should be CH2 free bond at one end. And the other end, there should be isopropyl group, this one. This group is what? Isopropyl group. In the previous session, we have discussed about isopropyl group. Isopropyl group should be present at one end of the chain and CH2 free bond should be at the other end. When this condition is fulfilled, that alkyl group can be called isoalkyl group. Isoalkyl group we say here. So in this case now here, CH3 taken twice. CH3 taken twice. Isopropyl group is there and CH2 is there. So now it can be called iso group, isoalkyl group here. Totally how many carbons in this now? C4H9. C4H9 here. So here 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. C4H9 group is called butyl group. And which butyl it is? Isobutyl group. Isobutyl group we can say. So what is the condition? You check it here. So what should be there? Isoalkyl group. To behave like isoalkyl group, any alkyl group should contain what now here? One end there should be CH2 and the other end this group. This group is called isopropyl group. At one end isopropyl group should be there. At the other end CH2 bond should be there. Then only it is called isoalkyl group. Okay, so it is isoalkyl group because the both conditions are fulfilled in this case, and it is called isobutyl group. And next you check it here. CH3 bond, CH2 bond, CH free bond here. This is free bond. This bond is free bond on the CH. Bond CH3. In this case, this free bond is present on this carbon. So this carbon should be called first carbon, and this carbon is what? Second carbon, and this carbon is called third carbon. So totally 3 carbons continuously arranged. The free bonded carbon should be given first position, then longest continuous chain we have to select. Longest chain we have to select. From here, if you start 1, 2, 3 carbons, and if you start 1 here and go this side 1, 2 carbon chain is coming. But if you go left side, 3 carbon chain is coming. So longest chain we have to select. That's why number 1 is allotted to this carbon, 2 and 3. So it is propyl actually. What is propyl? In this propyl, 3 carbons. Okay, on first carbon, what is attached to methyl group is attached. You see, this methyl group, the methyl group is attached on which carbon? On first carbon here. On first carbon of this methyl group is attached. So it is called 1-methyl propyl. This type of alkyl is what now? 1-methyl propyl, because on first carbon there is methyl group. Why it is allotted first position? The free bond is on this carbon. So it is what? First carbon. And 3 carbons present in the longest chain selected. So it is called propyl. So 1-methyl propyl is what? IUPAC name of this. And now this group cannot be called. Now this group cannot be called what? Isopropyl. Why it cannot be called isopropyl? Tell me. Why it is called why it is not called isopropyl, isobutyl? The reason is that at one end CH2 should be there. At one end CH2 should be there. That is not there. And at the other end, what should be there? Isopropyl should be there. So isopropyl group at one end is not available. CH2 group is not available at one end. That's why this group cannot be called isobutyl, but it is called secondary butyl. This group can be called secondary butyl because here, why it is butyl? C4H9 again. C4H9. Here also C4H9. C4H9 group is butyl group. In both cases, butyl only. Here it is isobutyl, but it is secondary butyl because the free bond is present on 2-degree carbon. This carbon with the free bond is attached to directly how many carbons? 1 carbon left side, 1 carbon right side. As this carbon is directly attached to 2 carbons, okay, it is called 2-degree carbon. What is called? 2-degree carbon. 2-degree meaning what? Secondary carbon. So it is secondary carbon because it is attached to 2 carbons directly. And this butyl group is called what now? Secondary butyl. The free bond is on secondary carbon. So it is secondary butyl group it is, but cannot be called isobutyl. And IUPAC name of this group is what? 1-methyl propyl. Okay. Next thing is that here CH3 bond, CH3. How to read? CH3 bond, CH3 bond, CH2 bond, CH2 bond. So here one condition is fulfilled. Is check it here. Bond CH2 is present on one side. Bond CH2 bond is there one end, and the other end if you check, the other end also isopropyl group is there. You check it. So isopropyl group at one end, CH2 bond is at one end, and there is no branching here. Okay, there is no other branch other than isopropyl and CH2. There is no other branching. In this condition, it can be called isoalkyl group. We can say this one as isoalkyl. So in this case, now totally how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. 5 carbons. Alkyl group is called pentyl generally. C5H11 will be there. C5H11 is the formula of this one. And in this structure now here, now number 1 position should be allotted to which carbon I told? The free bonded carbon. The free bonded carbon. This carbon should be allotted first position, and this carbon is what? Second carbon, and it is third carbon with methyl. Third carbon contains what? Methyl, and fourth carbon. So totally how many carbons in the longest chain? 4 carbons. 4 carbons in the longest chain indicates what? Butyl we say. What we say? butyl. And on which carbon the methyl group is attached? On third carbon. On third carbon atom, there is methyl branch. The methyl branch is on third carbon. So it should be called what? 3-methyl butyl. IUPAC name is what? 3-methyl butyl. But commonly we can say isopentyl. Isopentyl. Why it is called isopentyl here? Iso indicates what? The presence of CH2 on one end, CH2 on at one end, and isopropyl group at other end. This conditions will make it what? Isoalkyl group here. So isopentyl we say commonly. Pentyl C5H11. Isopentyl is also called isoamyl. Isoamyl group or isopentyl group we say in common name system. But in IUPAC name it is what? 3-methyl butyl. I told you why it is called 3-methyl. The free bonded carbon must be allotted first position. It is second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. So on third carbon there is methyl branch. That's why it is called 3-methyl butyl. Okay. Next example, if you check, CH3 bond, CH3 bond, CH2 bond, CH2 bond, CH2. So in this case, now how many carbons totally check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons totally. 6 carbons alkyl group is what? Hexyl. Hexyl group it is called. Hexyl. Hex means C6. While yl indicates for double plus 1. 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 1, 13. So C6H13 is the formula here. So it is called hexyl group. Whether it is isohexyl or not, we will check it now. At one end, what is there? CH2 is there. Check it. At one end, what is there? CH2 group is there. At the other end, if you observe, isopropyl is there. Isopropyl is there. CH3 taken twice. This is called isopropyl group. Isopropyl group at one end, bond CH2 bond at the other end. So these two will make it isoalkyl group. And there is no other branching, you check it. On this carbon and this carbon, there is no other branches. Means there is no other branching. When there is no other branching and having isopropyl at one end and CH2 at the other end, will make it isoalkyl group. In common name system, what we say this one? Isohexyl group. Whereas in IUPAC system, how it got this 4-methyl pentyl, we'll check it. Now I told you that the free bonded carbon must be allotted first position, and it is second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. So totally how many carbons in the longest chain from this first carbon? 5 carbons in the longest chain. So it is pentyl. And in this pentyl, on first, second, third, fourth carbon bears what? Methyl group here. So 4-methyl it is. So 4-methyl pentyl is IUPAC name of this group, whereas common name is isohexyl. So iso, neo, these all are not used in IUPAC system. That point we have to keep in mind. Next, neo-alkyl group. We discussed about normal alkyl, N-alkyl, isoalkyl. Two we discussed. Now it is neo-alkyl group. Neo-alkyl group, when we say is that you check this molecule, this species, you check it. So it is obtained from one molecule, and here free bond is available. Free bond is available on this carbon. So this carbon should be allotted what? First position. It is first carbon, and it is second carbon, and it is third carbon. So it is third carbon. It is what now here? Second carbon atom. So it is second carbon, it is first carbon, and third carbon. So totally 3 carbons are there here. So first carbon has free bond here, and on second carbon, if you check, 1 methyl is here, 1 methyl is here. So totally how many methyl groups are attached here? 2 methyl groups are attached. On which carbon? On second carbon, 2 methyl groups are there. So we have to say 2,2 dimethyl. 2,2 dimethyl. And in the longest chain from first carbon, 1, 2, 3 carbons in the longest chain. 3 carbons in the longest chain is what? Propyl group. Propyl group. In this propyl group, on the second carbon, how many methyl groups are attached? two methyl groups attached. So we have to say 2, 2 dimethyl propyl. 2, 2, 2, 2 dimethyl propyl is IUPAC name, whereas common name is called here neopentyl group. Why it is called pentyl? You check it. Totally 5 carbons here. 5 carbons C5 and H11. 3, 3, 3 and 2. So total 11 hydrogens there. 5 carbons there here. So C5H11 group is what? Pentyl. And neopentyl it is in common name system. And in IUPAC system, 2, 2 dimethyl propyl. 2, 2 dimethyl propyl here. So the condition for this neo-alkyl group is that at one end there should be tertiary butyl group. This group is called what? A tertiary butyl group. So only this rounded group is called tertiary butyl. Why it is tertiary butyl? You see C4H9. C4H9. C4H9 group is what? Butyl. And the free bond is on which carbon? 3 degree carbon. 1, 2, 3 carbon. Within the round, within the circled area, here this carbon is attached to how many carbons? 1, 2, 3. That's why it is 3 degree carbon. 3 degree carbon with bond. Free bond is what? Tertiary. So tertiary butyl group, this one. So this tertiary butyl should be at one end, and the other end CH2 bond should be there. At one end CH2 bond, at the other end tertiary butyl group. This should be present. Then it is called what? Neo-alkyl. In previous case, isoalkyl, what we understood? At one end isopropyl should be there, at the other end CH2 should be there. But here for neo-alkyl, at one end CH2 should be there, at the other end tertiary butyl group should be there. So it is about neo-alkyl group. So this group should be, it is called tertiary alkyl group here. So this tertiary alkyl group should be present at one end to be neo-alkyl. Okay, so it is one thing to understand. Next, the neo-alkyl groups, another examples are like this. If you observe this species, in this number 1 carbon should be started from where? So it should be first carbon. Why? The free bonded carbon should be allotted first position, and it is second carbon. Third carbon with how many methyl branches? 2 methyl branches. Third carbon with 2 methyl branches here. Okay, so next thing what we have to understand is that, so it is fourth carbon. So first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. So what is the number of carbons in the longest chain possible here? 4 carbons. 4 carbons in the longest chain indicates what? Butyl group it is. Butyl group. Then on third carbon, how many methyl groups are attached? 2 methyl groups. So it is called 3, 3 dimethyl. 3, 3 dimethyl butyl group. 3, 3 dimethyl butyl is IUPAC name of this group. Whereas common name we check it here. How many carbons in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons totally. 6 carbons. C6 H13 is available here. H13 hydrogen number. C6 H13 is called what? Hexyl group. Hexyl. C6 H13. Why it is called neo-hexyl? You check it. At one end what is there? CH2 is there. At one end what is there? CH2 is there. And at the other end you see, lastly, this end what is there? Tertiary butyl is there. This group is what? Tertiary butyl. So this tertiary butyl group is at one end, CH2 is at one end, and no other branching here. Then it is called neo-hexyl group in common system, and IUPAC system we say 3, 3 dimethyl butyl. So it's about neo-alkyl. And if you take another example, in this case total number of carbons, check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbons totally. 7 carbons. So in these 7 carbons here, C7 it is. C7, and it is double plus 2 is generally what? Alkyl group here. 7 double how much? 14. And plus 1, 15. So C7H15 is available here. C7H15 is called heptyl. Okay. Why it is called neo? You check it. At one end what is there? This group is there. This group is called tertiary butyl group. Tertiary butyl group is available here at one end. The other end CH2 is there. CH2 is there at one end. Other end tertiary butyl is there. That's why it is called neo-heptyl group in common system. No other branching, you check it. No other branching here. In these two carbons, no branching. That's why it is called neo-heptyl in common name system. And while writing IUPAC name of this alkyl group, number 1 should be allotted to the free bonded carbon. It is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. Fourth carbon has how many methyl groups? 2 methyl groups. Fourth carbon with 2 methyl groups, and it is fifth carbon. So in the longest chain possible, how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. That's why it is pentyl. Pentyl. In this pentyl, on fourth carbon, 2 methyls are there, 2 methyl groups. So it is called 4,4 dimethyl pentyl. 4,4 dimethyl pentyl we have to say. So it is what neo-heptyl group or 4,4 dimethyl pentyl group. Next thing, what we have to note that methylene group is there, another group, methylene group. So if 2 hydrogen atoms are removed from methane, so what is the formula of methane? CH4. Methane formula CH4. From CH4, if 2 hydrogen atoms are removed, the group obtained is called methylene group. Methylene group. So methylene group CH2. Methylene group is what? CH2. It is obtained by removal of how many hydrogens from CH4? By the removal of 2 hydrogens from CH4, we get methylene group. This is what now? Bond CH2 bond. Bond CH2 bond is called methylene group. You see here, bond CH2 bond. Bond CH2 bond is called methylene group here. So methylene group at one end and isobutyl group at one end will make the alkyl group neo-alkyl group. So neo-alkyl group, iso-alkyl group, N-alkyl group. These are different types of alkyl groups. So far we have discussed about alkyl, alkenyl groups, alkynyl groups. Again in the alkyl groups we discussed about N-alkyl, iso-alkyl, neo-alkyl, secondary alkyl, tertiary alkyl. Secondary alkyl group indicates what? The presence of free bond on secondary carbon atom. And tertiary alkyl group indicates what? The alkyl groups in which the 3-degree carbon, that is tertiary carbon, bears the free bond. That is called tertiary alkyl group, secondary alkyl group, N-alkyl group, N normal alkyl group, then isoalkyl group, neo-alkyl group. These are all different types of hydrocarbon groups. Still some other groups we will discuss in next session. Thank you for watching.